Hello there. Today we're going to be drafting Two Violins, a drum, and a flute. This is a cube I picked up off the Cube Talk Discord, and it's apparently going to be drafted at MagicCon Amsterdam and given away as a prize to the winner of the event. As you can see up here, it's designed by Boomtalk 13, and there's not a whole lot going on in the primer. It's a 20 euro cent budget per card, so we can take a look at the list before maybe jumping right in. I always like to, when I'm test drafting, kind of just get a quick overview. So you can see this looks like it's a color balanced cube. Not very many colorless creatures, so there'll be a premium. And also 56 lands is a little bit low, it feels like. 3 in each color. That's probably because lands are expensive and pretty hard to keep budget there. Can also just look at the curve view before hopping in to try and see what's going on here. There's a ton of 1 and 2 drops in white, so probably a pretty aggressive color like it often is. Sun Titan's pretty cool. A lot of interesting things. A little bit of removal in there. Blue skews heavy on the spells, as you might expect as well. Has some good top end. Oh, so we probably have some spell slinging. That makes sense. Tellurian Terror, Drifters. Murmuring Mystic. That's more spell slinging. So yeah, that's what seems to be going on here. Black. Oh, I see Gaunty, Massacre Girl. Got some good. Oh, what the hell is this? Infernus Spawning the Third Esquire. 11 mana uncard. Okay, we're not going to read that right now. Maybe we'll read it if we get there. Maybe some aristocrats going on in here as well. The Vengeful Blood Witch. Also some aggressive options. Let's keep that in mind with black. Red like white. Pretty heavy at 1 and 2, although not quite as heavy. We have Annex in here. Bone Crusher Giant. And again, some big top end. Affinity for artifacts on the dragon, so I guess we look out for that. Glorybringer, probably pretty good in this cube. Siege Gang Commander, same deal. Green. Got some ramp in here at the low mana values. Yeah. Oh, Altanak. Wonder if we have the card to get Altanak. I forget what that's called. He who comes or something. I don't know. Or say its name. It would say its name. But we'd probably need to break Singleton, I guess, to do that silly trick. Balustrade Worm is pretty obscene. Yeah, so there's some power in this cube, for sure. Too much. Do we have any really interesting signposts in the multicolor section? Not real. Another spell slinging payoff, and in that case, is it? Yeah, okay, this looks like an interesting set, so let's just jump into this here. Let's go to practice draft and get stuck in. So, pack one, pick one. Well, what do we have to look at here? It's a Doom Engine. If we could play that in any deck, it's a commander card of some sort, so probably pretty good. 6/6 when it dies, it does 6 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. It's kind of got a couple of white cheap threats. Oh, there's some cycling payoffs. I didn't notice those on my way through. I wonder if there's more of those. Feel like the good threats are good, so we'll start with a large card. Okay, now we get a signpost. Third Path Iconoclast. Doesn't really go with our first pick, but there's a lot of other goodies in here that could support it if we wanted. Could just take nice removal. Rimrock Knight, I do love that card. Maybe I'll start down the spells path a little bit. Doesn't go with the first pick, but it's still good. So to follow that up, really cheap removal is always good. I always default to wanting to snap up a lot of removal when I'm playing cube. So I just took these spell payoffs. Let's take the Plasma Bolt to go with the Iconoclast. And then we got a lands are at a premium. This is in the colors I just started looking at, so that's not bad. Thopter Mechanic, it's a fine card. Doesn't really focus on what we're doing. Jack-o'-lantern for a little bit of splashing. I could take the land because they're at a premium in this environment. And we're continuing to not see spells. What land is this? Some alright, blue whatever land. I've got a Gold Hound for the artifacts we saw earlier. Could do artifacts with this guy because he makes colorless soldier artifact creature tokens, and there's the affinity for artifacts boy here. So actually, maybe I'll take the artifact payoff. And then what is this? Prowess goes with spell slinging, keeps us in red, and there's a battlefield exile. So it has some card flow associated with it. I do like picking up cards that just kind of fix my early game. And noting Doomblade here, the bots, I don't know why they haven't picked that yet. Let's just kind of go a bit on rails, take the Abbot. Now we have another artifact with the Caveron Harrier. Not a great card. The bots are just taking all of the blue, though, so we may need to move off the Iconoclast or just try and splash it. So let's keep down this artifact path. I'm looking into a second color now with blue mostly cut. There's a Wrestler, but that's pretty low impact. Midnight Reaper and Morbid Opportunist are both great. I think I'll take the Reaper. It's just a little bit better than the Opportunist. Slightly better stat line, and it can trigger multiple times. So maybe we'll move into black. Of course, now we're getting some blue cards. Cloud King Seer is a good one. I'll take the dual land because I'd like to play my Reaper. And yeah, here come all the spells, of course. Mirror is good and flexible. I'd love me an Into the Royal and a Think Twice. Say the Think Twice, it's 2 spells in 1. I don't think we want a Monstrosaur in this deck, but the rest of this kind of sucks. Continue to flirt with black. We could take the Voidborn, some Mire Triton as well, which was good in its set. It's also Jack-o'-lantern hanging out here for artifacts. Maybe let's grab that. When you have a affinity payoff, getting another a 1-drop artifact is great. Black-red's open-ish. Let's just try and splash that guy. All right, now we're getting cards we won't play. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. All right, on to pack 2. So actually just checking after pack 1. We're definitely in red. Flirting a little bit with blue spells, but we could also look into doing something in black. So we open it up. We got a black Virus Beetle. We'll get the red spell. We'll definitely play. We got the a dual land here, and just some good clean removal in Infernal Grasp. We know we're gonna play red, so let's take on Holy Heat. Burning Tree Emissary. I like that card. What is this? Cranko. Sack an artifact, put 1 counter on each goblin I control, and whenever an artifact's put in the graveyard from the battlefield, I can pay 1 if I do make a goblin. Well, that's kind of what we're doing, so that seems fun. I hope we have Seer, just drawn to that. If we're actually serious about spell slinging, there's a young Pyro here. We only have 4 non-creatures, and with Seer in the pack, I think I just have to take that. The red gate, which is good. Second card stuff. I think I just kind of want to go into black with this deck. Black-red artifacts. Oh, there's that. I guess I'll read him now. So he's 11 mana, 9/9, flying for strike, trample, haste. Spell costs 3 less to cast for each card you've revealed this turn, which I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of. And when it enters the battlefield, I can say I'm here, which is tough to do unless you're a person. And if you do, it deals 3 damage to target player. Okay. Let's not. Just take the cheap artifact. Bone Shards is a great card. Love that one. I'm familiar with a Skin Render. It's a battlefield for 3/1, so it's a kind of like a Chupacabra. This is a really good card for splashing my Iconoclast if I want. And we got Pia Nalar that brings along an artifact. A lot of good choices here. And here we have Gutter Snipe. Not that I'm doing a lot of spell slinging, but we do have Gutter Snipe. Let's just pick him up. That would take a land with nothing else in the pack for us. Artifacts are going well. I don't have a way to sack artifacts, although this Ichor Wellspring's a pet card of mine. We have Incinerate, another cheap removal. We got a couple spell slinging things. Sure, let's Incinerate. This pack is not great. Just take another creature. Guess take the Lackey. Well, we're got an okay number of artifacts, so the Scrap Heat Scrounger is actually pretty good. I don't care that Infernius is still here. I'm probably not going to play Dread Return, so I'll just take him out now. Got Pilar back. I didn't notice the Lore Seeker before. Oh, it's a Draft Matters. I had a booster pack to the draft. Okay, well, that's kind of a cute card to have in here. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even sure how Cube Cobra handles that. We'll take Nalara a little bit light here on creatures. Oh no, we have 14. And then, of course, spells to end because we've moved off of spells. All right, let's take those out now. All right, so going to the last pack. Our mana base is looking good. We should probably get one more blue source if we can for the Iconoclast, although I'm going to have to put a basic island in for this, so maybe I don't even need to do that. Although more blue won't hurt. All right, so what do we have here? Discover is a pretty broken mechanic. We have Fiery Temper, 3 to any target. Madness, we've already got at least one discard. Oh, and a Masticore. And I got discard cards. Well, that'd be nice with the Temper. We can discard a card this way, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls mana value less than or equal to the mana value of the card. It's pretty good Masticore. It's a bunch of stuff I could take in here. I think I'll just take another spell. Gatekeeper. This is a pet card of mine as well. I like that one. There's a lot of things in here. I think the Gatekeeper goes best. We got Char. 4 damage to target creature and 2 to you. Cute. But eliminate's a lot more flexible. We don't have a lot of removal like this right now. 3 or less. Or a flashback Firebolt. I think I'll take eliminate. Love Faithless Looting. Blue-red spells is super open now. Don't really need more creatures. So I'm really just looking for something to round this out. Yeah, just take Faithless Looting. Stoke the Flames. Convoke 4 damage. Not bad. Another artifact creature. Sack an artifact, choose. Yeah, we should probably do that. Burst Lightning's in here as well, but let's take Brea. Hold a bit of Goodie and Flame Tongue Kavu. Ease Mind. Annihilating Glare. Sure, this is going to be like red-black removal. And here we have an Edict. Melted Moxite, what did that do? Just discard a card if you draw 2, so it's a bit of card flow. And sack it for a robot. That seems particularly good for this deck. Oh, and then we get an easy channel Twin Shot Sniper over Deadly Dispute, which is nice. Or kind of some aristocraty stuff. Or the Gray Salad. No, we're going to take the Sniper. Removal or a creature, depending what I need. And I'm probably into I'm not playing many of these cards. Part of the pack here. So we'll just pick these reasonably quickly and then build a deck out of it. Get Char back. Spellbomb, sure. All right, quick deck build. So just overall thoughts. Definitely saw 2 distinct archetypes in there, in the blue-red spells and the black-red artifacts. There weren't a ton of artifact payoffs. I'm mostly in it for, I suppose, the Hellkite. But there's definitely a bunch of artifacts we can play with. Actually, I need that Jack-in-the-Box. I'd like to cast my dragon. We need to cut so many cards. I need to cut so many cards. 7 more. I won't worry about the land. In the final deck, I'd put an island in because I think I'd want to try and play the Iconoclast. I have just a lot of stuff down here, and I would have ways of sacrificing creatures for value. Iron Shield Elf doesn't really fit, but it's on curve. Lackey, I don't need. Reaper should be pretty good. I've got some Accidental Goblin Synergy and Gutter Snipe. Pinalar is good. All of these actually really work well together. I suspect that top end isn't as important. Let's put me down at 3 cuts. Don't love Char. We have some discards, so we have Temper. We probably don't need Faithless Looting at this point. One more, maybe, I don't know. One of these spells. We'll take out Temper, I guess. We're not doing the Madness thing too much. And actually, it's a pretty damn low curve. So this could, if I wanted, be a 16 lander. And where did my Jack in the Box go? I do not know where my Jack. Oh, no, could if I want to be a 16 lander. We'll keep it. Actually, we'll do that. We'll put in Looting and pretend it's a 16 lander. So, yeah, that was a pretty interesting cube. I'm going to call this a video and might draft this one again on the side. Thanks for watching. Bye.